All right. Well, we got to know you quite a bit on a personal level. I feel like you've revealed a lot about yourself, your character. It was a lot of fun, but this is also mostly a small business podcast. We do talk about bourbon and cigars and smoke and drink here. But I'd like to get to know, and I'd like people to understand what service you provide, what your business is, how you think businesses, your opinion of businesses. Just your general understanding, and we'll roll with it. All right, buddy?
Absolutely. Well, speaking of roll, let me roll first so we get.
Yeah, let's keep going. We got to get a winner here.
I got an 8
An
here.
8. That means you got to pay the money.
That's, is that
a quarter.
5?
Just a quarter.
Gotcha.
That'd be a 20.
Ooh, 20.
That'd be a 20. So.
All right. So absolutely.
When did you decide to become? Can I have those, by the way?
Yeah.
When did you decide that I want to be a business owner? The entrepreneurial bug bit you. When did you decide that?
I think I've always had that spirit in me. My dad, what'd you get?
I got a 9er.
Okay. My dad instilled that in me. My coach, like I said, my powerlifting coach, Rich, he instilled that in me, and I've always had it. So even at West Point, I was super lucky. I had a startup. I called it Resistance Technologies, and it was an isokinetic resistance lifting machine.
Okay.
A company called Optimal Human Motion. The owner is Dave Schmidt out of Connecticut, and he developed this isokinetic lifting resistance modality. And if you've ever lifted before,
I have. I mean, you
of
can't
course,
tell.
I could tell.
Look at those babies.
Have you ever used like resistance bands or chains when you lifted?
Chains.
Chains.
I didn't know chains.
Well, resistance bands.
I've been tied in chains.
Oh, there you go.
No.
Have you used resistance bands?
I have used
before?
resistance bands. Yes.
So the point of a resistance band is as it stretches, there's more resistance. So
Yes.
when you lift a weight, you have the eccentric phase, which is loading. You have the concentric phase, which is the pushing. So
eccentric is the better one for you, right?
So think of a bench press.
Okay, explosive.
The eccentric part is bringing it down.
Yes.
And the concentric is pushing it up.
Explosion.
Now, what happens when you're lifting is the hardest part of your lift is the bottom. This is where you're weakest.
Okay.
So I can only lift when you're doing like a 1 rep max. This is where, this is your limiting factor because you have to figure out where can you lift this much from.
Okay.
Now, imagine you did a bench press and you only did this part.
Yeah.
You could lift probably 100 pounds more, right?
Sure.
So when you lift normally, you're working the limiting factor, the hardest part of the lift, but the rest of it's easier, so you're not working as hard.
Okay.
Now with the resistance band, it's called accommodating resistance because as you get stronger because your range of motion increases on the concentric phase, the resistance band is equally getting harder, so you're actually working at 100% capacity the entire lift.
Don't look at him.
So
Don't look at the monkey back there dancing around.
So anyway,
Might as well let him on camera.
I know I'm kind of going off the rails here, but
it's
accommodating resistance is the best form of lifting, and that's how I was so successful in my own personal experience with powerlifting. I truly believe that that modality of training is what sets someone increases strength more than anything else.
Okay.
Now, this guy David Schmidt from Optimal Human Motion developed a machine that actually does this perfectly. So think of like a resistance band, but using perfect technology to make it that no matter what point your lift it is, you're always lifting at exactly 100% of your max effort.
Yeah.
I use that in my own training and had extreme results with it. And then he worked with me as my New York business plan competition in school, and I won the Mid-Hudson business plan competition, and then I took 3rd place at state levels. And this is my first experience running a business plan with developing a creation of a product and service and how to not only get the prototype, but get it from creation to market, and then to scale it, and everything in between. And that was my first experience in the business world. I couldn't actually use that as a business.
But you love the process.
But I love the process. I still love that technology, man. I'm still very passionate about that kind of.
So sidebar,
modality.
There's a guy I follow. He does the X3 bar. The guy is jacked. Same thing. It's all bands. He doesn't. And
similar, yeah. So that's great. I mean, it's accommodating resistance. It's great.
Yes. Anyway.
Now, I think we got a visitor here.
Oh, we got another local business owner here.
What's up, man?
Jeremy Thompson.
Jeremy Thompson, a past guest.
Oh, sorry.
Revolution
Jeez,
Web
what
Studios.
kind of? What have you been drinking already today?
This is
no, not at all.
one bourbon, one cigar, not 13 bourbons, one cigar.
This chair is so freaking tall.
Well, Jeremy's gonna kind of sit here with us and chat, pipe in from time to time.
What's up?
There we go.
Well, I'll finish JT. I kind of went on a rant there because
Go ahead, finish.
I'm very passionate about that isokinetic resistance. But So that was my introduction to business plans and entrepreneurship. I had a class, one of my mentors, Dr. Lisa Young. She was my mentor in West Point, and she was my entrepreneurship teacher.
Okay.
So she taught me a ton. That was my introduction. And then as I was in the Army, I realized I hated working for other people, and I hated that my paycheck was the same regardless of my effort.
Sure.
There was days where I felt like my natural personality was I want to work really hard, but if somebody in the same position as me was not caring and not working hard,
They're still getting paid the same amount.
they're getting paid the same amount, but I'm being rewarded with more work and more responsibility because I'm trusted with it, and now I'm more hours, more work, more, and I hated that. So
And
I
then
said,
you're just trading your time for a specific dollar amount.
Sure.
Versus trading your time for more time where you can be more creative to
I'd
make
rather
more
work.
money.
Yeah, I'd rather work
Exactly.
100 hours in a week for myself than work 10 hours for somebody
Get
else.
this guy out of here. He's not gonna break everything.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
That's when I realized I wanted to go that entrepreneurship route. I had my mentors that kind of gave me that spirit, and I realized that my personality, I'd rather work hard for myself and reap my own benefits. If I want to take a week off, then the consequences are I might not, be able to pay for the fun I
For
want
more
that
Bud
week.
Light Orange.
Exactly. So that's how I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And then once I realized that the Army wasn't for me and I was going to get out,
Sure.
and I said, okay, well, what am I going to do next? And it was I want to be a business owner. So my first step was getting my master's in entrepreneurship. I got my MBA from Louisiana State
Okay.
with a concentration of entrepreneurship, which is go Tigers. Which is ironic because learning entrepreneurship in a classroom is completely counterintuitive.
Yes.
Completely.
Until you get out there in the real world and you do it for real.
For real. So I got a really good background, but as I was doing it, I was like, I don't want to wait to finish my master's. I want to start my business now. And just a blessing, man. I was looking at starting my own business. I was looking at buying a business. I was looking at maybe becoming a franchise. Just a lot of different options. And finally, this one situation kind of popped itself on me, like the universe meant for it. And everything just worked out perfectly. And it was the bin spa. And
Okay.
I didn't even know this industry existed. I mean, I'm the last person to say, like, my whole life I've been passionate about cleaning bins. I never even cleaned my bin growing up. My dad did it, my mom did it.
I didn't know it was a
did.
real thing.
Yeah,
Like,
none of us did.
I thought every garbage can the garbage
I
juice
thought so
was in
too.
there.
Wait, no, hold on. I did clean our trash bin when I was little, but that was only because I got in trouble and that was a punishment.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Well,
the
it goes to
crud
show you
that
it's
comes
not
out of
fun.
those
I mean, the
things.
fact that this is used as a punishment shows it's not a fun task to do. But I looked at the numbers, so my education gave me the financial background to say, okay, I can analyze this from a mathematical standpoint, and the business made sense to buy.
Okay.
But then I had said, do I believe in the product? And I started thinking about it. I started realizing it. I started going out, seeing the customers, using it on myself. And I was like, it makes sense. The problem is, not the problem, but the mindset's wrong. This isn't just a trash bin cleaning company. I mean, of course, we talked earlier, we now do full power washing services. But the beauty isn't just having a clean trash bin, it's having a good smelling garage.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Now, what
Good
happens
point.
is...
I'll keep mine.
That's a great sale. Yeah.
Yeah, and I tell people this isn't for everyone. I'm the last person to say like this is everyone needs my service. Like if you don't get this, you're dumb. Like by all means, this is not meant for everyone. In fact, like if I can get a percent of a population, then I'm doing great for myself.
Sure.
But what this is great for, more than anyone, I mean, if you have a little disposable income and want to spend $20 a month to have a brand new smelling looking trash bin, by all means do it. Not everyone needs that. Not everyone wants that. So, if this is something for the price of a cup of coffee or 2 cups of coffee, you want this, it's great. What it really helps out, I know. But where it really helps out is if you live in an HOA or if you just like having your bins in your garage. For me, my washer, my laundry, my washer, my dryer, they're in my garage. So when I'm doing laundry, if my bin stinks, it's summertime, it's hot, man, I can't even be out there for more than a second. Or I have my dartboard out there. I can't play darts with a nasty trash
Especially
bin.
after you clean up dog poop.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's horrible.
I have customers with home gyms, right? But their
Yes.
HOA still requires their bin to be in their garage. I have people who just like to hang out in their garage, or their cars in their garage. Whatever it is, it's funny because it's definitely a trash bin cleaning service, and I tell people it's great. It's a luxury that once you've had, you get it. If
Yeah.
you've never had it, you might not get it, but you have to have your first service to really understand the beauty of it.
Kind of like if you know, you know.
If you know, it's a hedonic adaptation. It's a luxury that once you've seen, it's like I can't live without this now.
Okay.
But it's really a trash. It's a garage smelling good service. So that's the way I kind of pose it now. It's like, where's your bins at? They're in my garage. Well, it's summertime. You have maggots now flying around
Yeah.
your garage
Yeah.
and flies, and it stinks. Yeah. Okay. Well, now you might be a good customer for me. But hey, if your bins are on the side of your house, you never touch them. You make your kids go bring them down to the end of the curb and bring them back up. I'm probably not the right service for you, and I'm never going to try to sell myself to somebody like that because it's not for everyone. It's like
Yeah.
any service. It's not meant for everyone, but
No.
it's great to have. So I
Well,
love
like
it now.
you said, if you capture a percentage of the percentage, there's a lot of garbage bins out there,
They really are.
and they're all full of garbage.
It's
Well,
it's gross.
sometimes a dead body or animals. I hope. Have you ever? Never mind. I'm not
Or a
even gonna
live
ask you.
cat. I went to go throw trash
Oh,
one time.
or some squirrels.
away, and then I freaking scared because I opened up the lid. I was like, man, how'd that sucker get in there?
Well, we
opened up
average.
the lid and a cat was like, just jumped out of it.
We've seen some gross
Raccoons?
stuff. We've seen.
Yeah, cat.
We've seen some stuff for sure.
Oh, raccoons are so cute
But
though.
I'll tell you what, it's funny too. The other
Lips
aspect.
and
of it-
assholes.
I
You
hit
know
on
where
this
that movie's from.
when I said the garage thing. It's no one calls me when their trash bins look gross. Like
Yeah,
who
yeah.
cares? People call me when their trash bins smell gross.
Sure.
So what we do is
That makes sense.
not only do we keep it smelling great, like it's not just good. Like it's not neutral. It smells great. Like
Yeah.
it enhances the smell, and it looks brand new. So we keep rodents, critters, and maggots away.
Oh
we,
my.
we get calls when it smells bad.
Follow
So
the yellow brick road.
Lions and tigers. and
here
bears
in
and
Texas,
what-
especially when you're binging
Yeah.
in a hot summer sun,
Oh,
That
The-
stuff's
so-
just cooking.
the maggots just populate
gross.
at
They're
a
just
alarming
Well,
rate.
Like, I've never had maggots in my why do you have maggots in there? What are you throwing away that
maggots are so common. It
I
doesn't.
mean, I collect roadkill, so
uh,
I skin them. I gotta quite. No, I don't.
But yeah, it's for the smell is why I get calls.
roadkill
And
beef jerky?
if you go fishing, I've had people throw fish in their bins, and we've
Oh
smelled it.
gosh, yuck.
We've
Like
smelled it
you'd
all.
be surprised the stuff people throw away, and they're just not smart enough to say, hey, put that in a plastic bag
Well,
first.
you know what the great thing is, and it's the opposite side now, is once you hire us for monthly or quarterly services, you don't have to worry about that as much.
That's true.
If you're lazy
Yeah.
and you say, man, I don't like using bags, I want to throw some nasty stuff in my bin, hey, if the bin smell's going to be here in a week or two, who cares? And it's like,
That's true.
that's what we do best, so.
But it's a double-edged sword because now that you guys have cleaned my trash can, out of respect for Nate and the team, I'm like, I'm like conscious about how I throw it away now.
Sure.
You know, I don't just
Well, I appreciate that. I know
you know
everyone has
because
that
I'm
sentiment.
like because he has a job to do, and I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know,
But you
some
don't need to.
part
I'll tell you this. I appreciate
Uh,
you thinking that way, but
yeah.
you don't need to. The beauty of a business is we bought a very expensive truck that's sole job is doing this. So Nathan, when he comes back for the end of the day, our manager, for anyone watching that doesn't know, our manager Nathan's he's a superstar. He's like
superstar.
he's awesome.
He is awesome.
But it's funny, it's not always a great job. He gets dirty at times, but he comes back smelling great. And a lot of times it's, you think it's a gross job, but the truck does the dirty work. So if I tell people once you hire us on as a monthly service, if the reason you're hiring us is because you don't want to worry about bagging as much, or we're going to fix it. The truck's going to do the work, and I know it's out of respect. You're like, oh, it's almost like when you hire a cleaning person to come to your house.
Yes.
You know how when I was a kid, my
You
mom,
clean before the
you clean
cleaner
before they
comes.
clean, yeah.
You straighten up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's out of respect, but I'll tell people and I tell our customers we appreciate it, but do what you need to do because our truck's going to handle it. So
Yeah.
don't. It's a luxury service. It's a low cost, low price point. Don't feel bad either way because
Yeah.
we're going to take care of it and it's not going to be a big deal.
All right. Well, this here is Dwayne. He kind of wandered in as he usually does. He is a regular guest here on the podcast. The owner of Creekside Cigar Lounge. Him and his wife own this, Valerie. They graciously let us host the podcast.
She's the owner.
That's right.
I plunge toilets there.
That's right. You're the toilet plunger. He's the joke meister here. He tells lots of great jokes. Has a lot of experience owning a small business, so we like to have him on here. He offers great insight as well. And so, thank you for joining us, Dwayne.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Do you have
Wait, for
anything?
you here, I'm
Thank
going to
you,
roll.
Dwayne.
I'm going to roll now.
Yeah, we got to
Dwayne's here.
roll. Do we got anything?
That's perfect. There we go.
Uh-oh, is that a jack?
you
Ooh,
crapped
this
out.
is good.
I'll go right here.
Yep.
7 or 11 is craps out. You
That's
crapped
right.
out.
So,
I need a jack right now.
So-
That's what I need.
You just lost your money, pal.
I thought you want to win.
No,
Here.
7 or 11, you crap out.
What does that mean?
I don't know what this game is.
This is for,
I know what craps is.
I'm pretty sure I
You should have Dwayne play it one time.
we didn't have to. All right.
It's
What?
time to redo Creekside.
It is time. It is.
Yeah. Because a lot has happened. A lot. And there's a lot going on.
I need a chaser for that.
He'll probably have a lot to talk about. Is
What are
that
you
good
chasing?
whiskey over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I need a
Kentucky Deluxe.
chaser for that.
Chaser.
There you go, have
I
some.
hardly know her.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
Oh, you missed it.
I'm not touching that.
It doesn't count if you have to remind.
I know. But, like I said, you got any fresh jokes for us this week?
Now I got a story.
Ooh, I like a good
Oh,
story.
nice.
Dwayne is a great storyteller.
Today I actually spent the most money I've ever spent on one single bolt.
On one single what?
Bolt.
Bolt, okay.
I spent $15 on one single bolt.
Okay.
That's
It was
nuts.
stuck in my damn wheel, my tire.
That was-
Oh,
that was
really,
good.
huh?
Yeah, it was stuck in my tire. I had to get that flat fixed.
Ah,
Fix a flat?
Yeah.
Fix a flat?
No, I had to go to fix a flat. That's what them newfangled kids do.
Right. Those
7.
millennials.
Real men go to a tire
one more
shop and
roll
say, hey,
here
fix
so
the
we
tire.
well, 6. Well, Dwayne is the king of the dad joke and lots of jokes. I'm sure something will pop in your head as
I'm
we're
sure.
talking,
I'll think about
as
it.
usual. Well, you've kind of alluded to it. Your business is the Bin Spa. What is it? Why did you pick this business? I know you said you did the numbers, and I mean now you probably haven't enjoyed a little more because there's a lot of businesses out there that a person can explore. Why this one? And then, I mean, what is your business? I mean,
Yeah,
break
yeah,
it down
absolutely.
just a little bit more for us.
Well, why I picked it, once again, I think there's 2 ways to go as an entrepreneur. I think there's opportunistic entrepreneurship, and I think there's passion entrepreneurship. And, you know, I'll be the first to admit it. I didn't have a passion for cleaning trash bins when I bought the business. And if anyone does in the industry, I think they might be lying to themselves or others.
Yeah.
Well, what's passionate to me is growing a business, scaling a business, marketing a business. I mean, I don't care if we're cleaning porta potties or, you know, name anything that you think might be gross or
That is a
quote-unquote-
shitty job.
That's a shitty job. No, oh man, cleaning stalls at the pet shelter is a shitty job. too.
Oh.
Shelter. I hardly know her.
Shelter, I hardly know her.
But anyway,
That one flows.
I know.
but anyway, so for me it was more opportunistic. I saw the market, I saw the numbers, and then it was only after the fact where I was like, whatever it is, I want to make it grow. I want to scale it. I want to use my knowledge to it's a challenge to me, no matter what the industry is. But now I get it. Like I said, once I kind of shifted my mindset, it's like trash bins don't need to be clean, but garages need to smell good, and
Yeah.
and your lifestyle needs to be healthier. So we clean the germ and bacteria and viruses. The person who started the business before me, it was right during the peak of COVID, so it really started off on a good foot because, you know, we're cleaning viruses and germs anyway. But during COVID, it was especially important. Dwayne
Sure.
seems like he's got his hand up
I've
in
got
the
a
air.
question. What's a garage supposed to smell like?
Ooh, that is a good question.
What do you do with your garage, Dwayne?
I don't have a garage.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, so.
But
yeah, this
would
is
it
what
smell like woodworking?
This is what I was saying to
or
JT
like
earlier.
grease, like
It's-
gearhead?
This is what I was saying to
You
JT
guys-
earlier. Is it's not a business. It's not a service for everybody.
Dang it.
But a lot of our customers are in HOAs or they're covenants to the neighborhood.
Son of a
Oh man.
I might need you to clean a table here
You
after
dropped
a
your
while.
ash.
But what a garage is supposed to smell like whatever you want it to smell like. So our customers who
Oil,
who
grease.
have to keep their bins in their
Woodworking.
garage. If you're woodworking, you don't want to smell disgusting trash that's been sitting out in 100-degree weather.
No.
If you have a home gym in your garage, if you do your laundry in your garage, if your workshop,
Well, it depends on how bad
If you
your BO smells.
if you got a man
Yeah.
cave
It's a
with a
gym.
dartboard and a TV, I mean, people use their garages for all different things. But the point is, if you have bins in your garage and it smells gross, it's going to smell better. It can smell like whatever you want, but you don't want it to smell like trash.
I use my garage as a torture chamber.
Chamber,
Chamber, hardly know her.
Holy cow! Here we go. Well, then, who is your ideal customer?
You know what? As a man, I'll admit this: men often don't like to hire other people for services that they think they can do, even if they're not going to do them.
Nailed it.
You'll never get that house that has lots of kids. Right?
I get people all the time that, like, especially men, they'll comment on my Facebook, like, why would I hire someone to do this? I do this myself. And look, if you want to spend an hour of your weekend with your head in a nasty garbage bin, cleaning up by hand, letting the dirty water on your driveway, smelling yourself, like, it's $20 monthly to clean your bin.
Yeah,
for
what's
us.
your time worth?
See, I would do it and then just tell my wife, yeah, I cleaned the bin.
Have a
after
separate
you guys came.
have a
you know?
separate checking account that you pay the
Yeah,
bin
yeah.
spa for.
So I tell people, say,
Nobody can ever find out. Nobody.
if you want to do this yourself, do it. So our main customer demographic is wives, because the wives are like,
Okay.
I know my husband's not going to do this, and I still want to clean trash. but I
Even
wanna
though
make-"
he's disagreeing, right?
Yeah. So, So we get a lot of wise moms that hire us more than anyone else. That's my ideal customer is if you're in the Bell County area, and you're a homeowner with a trash bin. You know, anyone with a trash bin in the garage is my ideal customer. But what happens in reality is it's usually the wise that is.
So you would actually put an ad in Good Housekeeping versus Auto Trader.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then
See, I always tell my wife, I'll get around to it. You don't have to remind me every 6 months. I'll eventually get it done.
Yes.
the beauty for us is for a lot of people, and especially with our commercial contracts, is we follow all EPA rules and regulations to keep the environment clean. So if someone were to
Are
say,
you HIPAA compliant?
Yeah, jeez.
if anyone with a power washer says, hey, I'll clean your trash bins because they have a little pressure washer, it's going to take longer, it's going to be gross, and it's not going to be as effective as my truck can. But worst of all is, what do you do with all that disgusting water? All the gross stuff from your trash. You dump it on your driveway, you dump it in the sewer. That's not
gray
environmentally
water, right?
friendly. Some's gray, depending on what's in it, could be brown water. Like legally classified as gray or brown water. So what happens is,
You just send it down the gutter to your neighbor's house.
sure, that's one way. My
Oh, can you actually capture that water and then put it back
That's-
on your lawn? Will that help grass to grow?
Well, what we do is there's a way to do that, but what we do, we find the most effective, and we want to, be in compliance and help the environment. Is we have a 350-gallon water tank that when our bins get picked up by the truck, all that dirty water gets through a grate and filtered into our gray water tank, and then we dump that. We take it with us away from the house, and we dump that into an EPA-compliant gray
Approved
water
site.
dumping site. So
So
Like an
explain a
RV
little bit
park?
the process. So
Like
you
an
pull
RV
up,
park?
You pull up to some Joe Blow's house.
So we'll pull up to your house, you leave your trash bin, and unlike some other companies, customer service is the name of the game. So what we'll do is you just leave your,
Is this mine or
that's
yours?
yours. We leave the,
Three.
three. You gotta pay something there.
I do 50. Yep.
So we'll come to you and we say, hey, just leave your bins anywhere we can see them. The only requirement we have is somewhere we can see them from the road, and they're empty, because we can't clean a bin that's not empty, which is why we come to your house the day after your trash pickup. So if your trash picked up on a Tuesday, we'll come to your house on Wednesday.
So Nate just texted me this morning and he said, hey, we're going to come tomorrow and clean your bin.
Yeah, that's our automated
I was like,
message system.
awesome. And I texted back and I said, oh, crap. I just dumped grass in there this morning. Not a lot of grass, but...
Well, we'll get to that in a second, but so yeah, we'll come the next day, and then we'll take them from the top of your driveway. We'll bring them down. We put them up. Our truck has a hydraulic lift that'll lift it upside down, almost like a trash truck. And then we have a 360-degree power washer, so it's a head that spins around. So it'll clean the entire inside of the can. It'll hit every crevice, every corner.
So like Linda Blair.
So with hot pressurized water, yeah, exactly.
There we go. Dwayne.
Oh!
Dwayne is here now.
Boom,
He is
boom.
here now.
It's the sound effects. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we do have one for that. Yes. No, go ahead. Keep talking.
No, it's good. And then it'll clean out the entire inside of the bin. As it's coming down, we pressure wash the outside of it so it looks new. And then we'll dry it off. We'll scrub anything that we need to by hand. And then we'll add our deodorizer so it repels
No, their
insects.
deodorizer smells great.
Yeah, it smells fantastic. So the
I was like,
bin
can I get
looks
that
new.
in a cologne? 'Cause-
It smells like Jeremy after spraying like half a bottle of Active Body Spray on him before the club.
So here, another upsell, if you can get to it, have options for
Those are
smells.
one time.
That would be great. Eventually,
Like dead body smell or
that's a great idea.
Oh, does it have insides?
for like the Jeffrey
Does.
Dahmer
It's a
type
disinfectant
of
too, so-
customers.
cool.
So, yeah, so it disinfects and
Okay.
all that stuff.
Enzymes.
So it kills all the virus.
Kills
The hot water
urine
does, but
smells.
so after that, we'll take it down. We'll wipe it down. And we'll bring it back to the top of your driveway. You have to be home, and you come home from work that day, and you have a brand new looking, smelling trash bin right next to your garage.
That's
I
cool.
wonder how many people that get drunk in their backyard pee in their trash can.
I've never experienced that, but maybe you
I
will.
cannot get it up there that high to pee in the garbage can. I'm not 8 foot tall.
I'm sorry for your wife.
Yeah. I just walk into him.
I was
every
waiting
time.
for that. That's why I set him up, man.
I
was
just
waiting
walk
for that.
into him every time. Every time. Without fail.
I just
Hey-oh.
I pee in between
Oh,
them.
jeez. That
Whoa, what the?
the bell is supposed to ring. Actually, we'll just do this one instead. Hey. There we go.
Yeah, that's the process, man. It's a simple process, and we've had.
awesome.
What I did is, we invested a lot of money in a truck that's the top of the industry. Nothing can do it like our truck can. And I've had a customer before. We went to their house. It took us a minute and 30 seconds to clean their trash bin to perfection, and then we drove away. And I got a call. Hey, your guy just came to my house. He barely tried it all. He barely even cared. He literally spent a minute 30 on our bin. He spent like less than 2 minutes on our bin, and he just left. Like what is this? This is not a service. I said, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Like, obviously I want to make this right. Can you do me a favor? Before I send my guy back, can you go to your bin and just let me know like what the problem with it is?
Sure.
And she went out and she opened it. She's like, it looks brand new. It smells fantastic. There's not a single piece of grime or wetness left in the bin. And I said, okay, well, yeah, that's the beauty. I said, we don't want to be. I service up to 50 people in a day. Our job's not to spend 20 minutes on your bin. I want to spend the most money on my truck and my employees' knowledge and my manager's experience and learning curve. Like, we can get a bin clean from disgusting to looking and smelling brand new in under 3 minutes. And that's the goal. If we can do that, man, we did a great job. And so she's like, I'm so sorry. You guys did a great job. I didn't think it was possible to clean a bin this quick.
I saw them. They did 2 bins at one time on my shoot.
9.
That was pretty cool.
Well, what other type of businesses would
So
you...
you like to go to like neighborhoods and have like multiples on a neighborhood?
That's the ideal. So we do this with Jeremy's neighborhood.
Yeah.
We'll do a neighborhood day, which is I'll say, hey, if we have
My
a new
neighbors
neighborhood yet,
love to be when I
we'll
post
offer a
that.
discounted day where everyone can try it out for a super discounted rate, which is great because we get to be in a bunch of houses right next to each other, and then hopefully people see like, hey, this is great service, and they stay on with us. The other thing I've done that I changed a lot since when I started the business is we optimize our route significantly. So when I bought the business, we were servicing Belton, Temple, Salado, and it was kind of sporadic and random. And what I did is, hey, I said we're going everywhere from Copper's Cove to Troy to Jarrow. We got, this big triangle of
Yeah.
so, but I said like this stays for this neighborhood or this town. This stays for this town, and now we find people that are close to each other. And if I'm servicing one the second Wednesday and one the third Wednesday, well, I call one of them and say, hey, we're switching you to the second Wednesday. And most people are pretty like, okay, that's reasonable. It's just a different week of the week of the month.
The work's still
And
getting done.
We're still getting done, and now I can optimize. So it's like, hey, I'm always in this neighborhood. We try to be as consolidated as possible. Efficiency.
Yeah.
Because if I can do 50 bins in a neighborhood in 4 hours, or I can do 50 bins around the county, and it could take me 4 days.
Yeah, yeah.
So, name of the game is definitely efficiency. Neighborhoods are perfect for us. We love to.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I used to sweep chimneys in Colorado, so.
Clean chimneys in
Yeah,
Colorado?
I used to do
You're
that.
a chimney sweep?
Was.
Like on Mary Poppins?
No, not like
Oh.
that. I actually knew how to do it.
Oh.
Of course, when you can save.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
most
I-
variable expenses is.
But I had a schedule. The lady that scheduled my jobs, because I worked off piecework, so I made percentage of jobs. And I had a scheduler lady that she was phenomenal. I'd be like in zip codes, boom, boom, and I wouldn't be moving very far each day, yeah. But I would do 10, 15 chimneys a day.
Wow.
That's great. And
Time
that's
is
why
money. Time is
but
money.
For us, we have at any point we have anywhere up to 700 gallons of water in our truck.
Yeah.
So we're getting 8 miles to the gallon sometimes. So
Oh, yeah.
for $20 of a service, if we're driving far out to you,
That's
which we
money.
do, it's time and gas. It's money. So it's a great service for people to have, and our customers are awesome. They're usually flexible with us. We want to move them to be more consolidated. But like anything, it's a luxury business, so sometimes our customers are more particular. It's really hard with recycling schedules because
Sure.
the recycling's every other week or every 3 weeks, and it's not lined up on the trash. It's like 4 days after the trash day, so that's the hardest part. But what I tell people is, hey, we'll make it work for recycling, but it's usually not it's not the priority because a recycling bin should never get as bad as a trash bin is.
No. Well, except mine.
Except
Because
yours.
it all goes to the same spot. So when my garbage can's full, in goes the garbage into. Full disclosure, I'm not apologizing. The
Hey.
garbage. Hey, if I got it. Anyway, I'm not going to go throw it in the ditch somewhere or burn it. I'm going to just throw it in the recycling bin and,
You're not supposed to burn it?
Will we clean this
I
up?
do want a burn barrel. When I get out to the country, I'm
I
going
would
to burn
think
my garbage.
grass would go in the recycling bin, but the recycling guy yelled at me for
Yes,
that one time.
that's why you put it in a garbage bag so they don't know that it's a.
It's a whole. I'll tell you what. I've learned so much about the industry. Which I don't want to go on a tangent here, but what's really interesting is
Uh oh, you're going to yell at me.
no, this is completely off topic. But in Bell County, you don't think about the logistics of trash pickup.
Yep.
But there's so many different types of businesses, right? Clean does their own trash. Temple does their own trash. So the city does trash. Temple does it through Waste Management.
Yep.
Right. But it's Temple Waste Management just for Temple. And Clean City of Clean does it themselves, and then Copper's Cove does it themselves. Towns like Harker Heights or Nolanville, they contract it out to Waste Management of Central Texas, and they do it. Then you have companies like Al Clausen and Eagle Disposal and Texas Environmental Solutions, and they're private companies. So like I live outside city limits, so I hire a private trash company to do mine.
Yeah.
So they have their own way of doing it. So you can either contract it to a company, the city can do it, the city can contract within the city, or you get a private. It's crazy, and not only that, it's different schedules, it's different needs. And then like 4th of July, for example, like that's a pain in the butt.
Oh,
to
I
schedule,
bet.
because one city's like we're just doing normal pickup. The next city is like, hey, we're gonna push back 2 days of the week for these. Everyone has their own plan, and my job is how do I keep my own plan with everyone's trash pickup being a whole
balancing
different.
theirs.
So some of my biggest challenges is just working with my customers and the different trash haulers, and figuring out how to make this work.
Okay.
Especially then you add recycling into the mix as well.
Sure.
Man, it can be a logistical nightmare. That's why I tell people, I'm like, just be flexible because it's never going to be perfect. But
Yeah.
we'll do what we can do is once we get there, it's going to be perfect. We just need to know
When
what
to
the
get
best
there.
day to get there is. Yeah.
Well, I was saying it, but then Dwayne had a good question. What other type of businesses you think would be a good strategic partner for you? You know what I mean? Because
We have the two sides. We have the power washing side, so companies that do stuff with fences or roofs could be good.
okay,
I think realtors would really benefit the most, property managers and realtors. Some of the research out there shows that a house that's been house washed, clean, the gutters are clean, the driveway sparkling, the signs show
Curb appeal.
the curb appeal goes up tremendously. You can sell it for more, and even the houses that maybe don't sell for more, they go up the market quicker because they look better. They look better
Sure.
for pictures. If you have professional
So
pictures
home
taken.
stagers would be good.
Yeah, if you're putting your house for market, I mean, you can get a driveway cleaning for $100. You can get your house wash for as low as $200, and you could add $1,000 to value to your house or have it on the market 30%. Get off
yeah. The
market
point
30%
is getting it
quicker.
on, selling it fast.
So I think it's a no-brainer. I'm surprised actually that we don't get more calls from realtors.
Here we go. That's why I asked you the question.
So that's what I would love to work
strategic
with for
partnership.
power washing would be anyone trying to sell a house.
Oh, apartment complexes too.
Sure, and then apartment complexes are great. They're not, but they just need it to look good, so that's great. And then for bin cleaning, the strategic partner, that's not as much of a partnership, but we work with all the cities and private trash companies in the area in some capacity to help them out, because if you don't use us, let's make up a city. Say there's a city called
Jeremyville.
JTville.
Okay.
JTville. Ooh, I really want to play in this community.
So if you have a city
That
called
place is gonna
if
be
you have a
fucked.
city called JTville,
I'll be your mayor.
now what's going to happen if you're doing your own trash as JTville?
yep.
You're going to get bins coming in and out all the time. They're going to be dirty, and you have two options: either scrap them for pieces and buy a whole new bin for anywhere from $60 to $100 for your new houses, and this is going to be tens of thousands of houses, if not like 100,000 houses or more.
Mm-hmm.
Or what you can do is you can hire some employees to do it from your wash bay, but now you got to pay them full salary, benefits. They can't do it that well because it's a wash bay. It's going to take them like an hour per bin. Or what you can do is for like $8 a bin, call me and my guys can do 150 in a 6-hour period.
Yeah.
They look perfect. They look brand new. You don't have to pay an employee. You don't have to pay benefits. You don't have to worry about the quality, and you're getting like 50% more of those bins still back on the road. Because even when cleaning them, half the bins you try to clean yourself, they're never going to be good enough to get back on.
Yeah.
How
about you partner with Waste Management?
Oh, we do. We
Partner
absolutely
with
do.
the garbage companies that clean their bins, so then they can bring them to the. Well, they bring new bins to everyone, don't they?
We do
What do
that
they do
with-
with the old bins? Do they just
I don't
break
know.
them down?
That's what I'm saying. They
we
could
work
recycle
with-
the bins.
That'd be cool if you find
We
that
work
out.
with almost every private company or city that we can in our area, because
Okay.
they understand the value is, man, like
Why
this-
buy a new bin when you can clean it and pristine?
there's so much value. I mean, for $8 to clean a bin in both jobs, there's so much value there for them.
Sure.
So
Well, I have another strategic partner. Is the local high school football teams. You could show up after practice,
Clean their
wash
helmets.
them. No, wash all the guys down with the pressure washer. I mean,
that might be a partnership. That might just be a volunteer because they really need it. And I miss football, man.
what's some? I mean, they
How do you know it's guys?
or the girls soccer team. I don't know.
Hey, whoever needs, I'll tell you
Whoever
what,
needs cleaning.
Whoever needs cleaning.
I'm saying you can expand. I'm just talking about expansion. Like people need cleaning too, and some people are pretty grimy.
No, that's not true.
I bet your enzyme thing would work great on their pits.
Jeez.
Sorry, you're out today, all right?
Pits and cracks,
Yeah,
man.
growth has definitely been part of the name of the game.
Yes.
You're
Oh,
the
with
next.
my role?
Your role.
Well, you had mentioned there is some other people out there, and there always is. No one's got usually an exclusive business. Some people do, but why should people choose the bin spa and power washing over all the? There's lots of power washing companies.
Sure.
I don't know how many bin spa.
So we kind of blue ocean the bin cleaning side of the house here in Bell County.
7.
You got another one.
We got a
Oh,
race
Crapped
here,
out.
buddy.
Really
Crapped out.
So prior to us, no one did bin cleaning in the counties. We had a 2-year lead. We started this wasn't even an industry. We were the first to even start this here.
Okay.
Prior to us coming during COVID time, no one in history of Bell County cleaned trash bins the way we do, environmentally friendly and effectively. At best you can throw some bleach in your own bin and shake it up.
Sure.
So that was interesting. And then after that, it's probably about 2 years later, we finally started having some competition because we were having success. And when someone has success, people want to follow that, of course.
Yeah.
So now we have a couple competitors who try to compete with us in that. Power washings has been around forever. So, I tell people, the reason to choose us is the customer service is unlike anything else in the country. Every call goes to my cell phone. Every text goes to my cell phone, and I deal with it personally. My manager helps me out when he can,
Sure.
but anything that you need, I handle it. It goes through me. I see it, I hear it. So any call goes to me. And then our prices are to compete with anyone in the country.
We'll do it later. Yeah.
Tequila, yeah.
No, we'll do it a little
Damn
later.
it, my arm hurts now.
Yeah.
We just
After you
have
did
such a great team around us. We're just so knowledgeable. We're trained.
Where's
and
the
equipped.
glass?
Yeah, let's do it now.
I got this bougie glass.
Should I go get it?
Slap you.
I know.
Sometimes
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, you can
Where
go
at?
with whoever you want. But we still offer the lowest prices of any big cleaning
Okay.
company.
All right.
And our reviews, I think we have 20 times the reviews on Google as our 3 competitors combined.
So your customers are engaged as well.
Our
'cause that's
customers are engaged, absolutely.
That's okay. Yeah.
Your customers are gay. What?
No.
What?
I meant happy, Rex.
All right.
And we're
Just happy.
We have the procedures in place as an actual company in the sense of you don't have to worry.
You have a meeting, so I don't want to.
The one thing I'm happy about is we talked about this earlier. Oh my God, Jeremy.
Well,
we talked about this earlier,
oh,
but
I screwed it up
Let me
again.
see this thing.
Yeah, ring that bell. You got to get the bell. Hey-o!
Hey-o!
That's right.
You gotta damn near break
I
your
was going to
finger.
say, as an entrepreneur, I wanted to work on the business, not in the. And it's good because as an active duty soldier, I didn't have.
You
I
have
was
the
forced.
time right
I was
now.
I was forced. I couldn't work in the business, so I have like I said
That's
earlier.
right.
Yeah, you didn't have the time.
I have a superstar manager, he's a home run in every way. He's a
No,
great
it's
guy.
not that bad. That's delicious. Don't disparage Class A Zoo. We're hoping for them to be a sponsor.
But with a lot of the people you've interviewed, I know
There's a
yourself at
shameless
times.
plug.
That's right.
It's very hard to be an owner operator and continue to scale and grow and market and do the other things that you don't think about at the same time.
Sure.
If you're spending 40 hours a week in the truck, you don't have 40 hours a week to spend off the truck. If you do, you're burning yourself out.
Something's gonna
give.
Something's gonna suffer, like customer service or
Having my home run
Management.
manager on the truck and having me looking at bigger picture, scaling, growing, franchising, expansion,
Absolutely.
acquisitions, brand reputation marketing, like I can get an unbiased opinion from him, he can get an unbiased opinion from me, and we can come to a conclusion of, hey, this is the decision we need to make.
this is the way.
This is the
according
way.
to the management.
This is the way.
So what you just watched is only a portion of the interview. To keep watching, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell to stay up to date and continue watching the videos in this segment. Peace.